No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded in the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, Mariota. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And all the way down to the 29. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Next to score, Raiders 7, Dolphins nothing. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And a yard.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Working out of the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
He was brought down at the
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Gurley. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 20-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Gurley with a carry on 1st down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's going to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Tua. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 13. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Daniel Carlson on for the point out.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa to a hit, and the ball is out. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure on him at all times. he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And it's caught by Parker. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
From midfield, here's Tua. They'll run the screen with Bowden. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Tua going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Mike Gesicki with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Mariota. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll sneak it with Mariota, and he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it this time. Throw left side complete. It's Drake. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mariota, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From From the red zone now, Mariota. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. It's the fullback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
On first down, Tagovailoa.
That's complete to Lynn Bowden.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
The 6-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Henry Ruggs. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he has hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He'll get this complete to his running back, Bowden.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
First down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
He gets this one complete to Bowden.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Tua now on first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And on with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Second down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Going to the air, Tagovailoa, eluding the pressure right. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Anyone still wondering about Tua's arm strength here in his rookie season? Wonder no more. That was a rocket.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Sets him up nicely, 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Raider offense set to get this drive started. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
on 2nd and 7. Mariota, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On play action, Mariota.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. On 1st and goal, Drake.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Dolphins 21.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. The rookie Damon Arnett picks it.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Las Vegas.
So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
He gives to Gurley.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a first down.
26 yards. First down, Miami.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Another carry now for Gurley. And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Dolphins 21.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a throw here, hauled in. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
At the 47-yard line.
Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Now on first down, Drake again. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Drake. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marcus Mariota. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Up to the line. these guys will go for 2 here. They'll try and run with Drake. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Tua sets up to pass it. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. There he goes, right side. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Running, it's Drake. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left.
At the 26-yard line.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Henry Ruggs. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Raiders 57, Dolphins 29.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Parker the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And it's 3rd down.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, be honest, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different